Alrighty, what's up everybody? Peter Joseph here for a Tuesday afternoon video right here on the official Peter Joseph YouTube wrestling channel, youtube.com/Peter Joseph. Make sure you like the video. Well, thank you for watching. First of all, thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit that subscribe button down below on this channel and on my other channels as well. Show your love and support to the channels. Leave a comment if you wish, but if you leave stupid comments, you go to stupid land and you are out of here. You are banished to the shadow realm. And if you don't like that, well, cry to your fucking mama. And that's pretty much it. So subscribe to my channels all down below in the gobbledygook. And share the video all over the internet. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And don't forget to tap that bell so on all notifications so you don't miss the next video. And if you do, well, fuck you. Simple as that. You missed it, you're SOL, and you know what that means, and you can go fuck yourself. And that's that. But if you're new here, welcome to the party, pal. We hope you enjoy the ride. Sit back, relax, grab a cold one, whatever you got, and enjoy the show. And if you don't like it, get out. But you'll watch it anyway because you love me. And I love you too. But it is what it is. And that's that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I am not at 100% right now, and I have to go to the doctor pretty soon. About another hour, I have to get out of here. So I'm going to try to get this done really quick. So anyway, enough about the pleasantries. It is time for your late and out-of-date AEW Double or Nothing review. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Double or Nothing emanated from the MGM Grand Garden Arena this past Sunday night in Vegas. And it was an amazing show. I don't know if it's going to be pay-per-view of the year. We still got a lot of pay-per-views coming up the rest of this year. But I think that this pay-per-view and Wrestle Kingdom and maybe Dynasty were pretty damn good. I think my top three. I think the top one will probably be Wrestle Kingdom. And then Double or Nothing be number 2. Dynasty would be number 3. But we'll see. We got Forbidden Door coming up. It's our next AEW pay-per-view. That's the end of June. It's about a month from now. And we'll see what's going on with that. And then after that, we got the next major pay-per-view is All In 3 in Wembley in near the end of August. And then All Out September the 7th. My phone was going off. But it is what it is. And that's pretty much it. Alright, anyway. So, we're getting on the road to that. And we move on. Alright, like I said, I hope everybody is having a great day. Warm as fuck here in the Northeast. 82 degrees. Nice summer day. But not officially summer yet. 3 weeks from today will be actually summer. But next week, we'll get another early summer, late spring, early summer taste with more 80-degree weather. And it's only going to rain Wednesday and the Thursday, and that's pretty much it. We're not going to get any rain for a while. And that's good. That's good. You get to do more things outdoors, go to the park, go to the beach, go wherever you want to go. You don't have to worry about thunderstorms and all that other shit. And that's it. Alright, enough about that bullshit. But hopefully everybody had a great Memorial Day weekend. Back to work for some of you people. Not me, but tomorrow I have to go back to work. But it is what it is. But in any case, hope you had a great Memorial Day weekend. I hope you have a great day today as well. Be safe, be well, and all that good shit. Alright, so let's get into Double Nothing. Our commentary team of the man behind the mask, Excalibur. We have Taz, Red Hook Thriller, and Tony Baloney Schiavone. I think we had Nigel McGuinness also on commentary. And that's pretty much it. But like I said, Double or Nothing was an amazing pay-per-view. Just going to run through the buy-in, the pre-show. We had Thunder Rosa! Yay! Taking on the Virtuosa Deonna Purrazzo. pretty good match. Back and forth they went. Thunder Rosa hits the Tejana bomb, or goes for the Tejana bomb. You're not Raquel Rodriguez. And gets counted into the Fujiwara armbar. And then Thunder Rosa slips out, hits a backstabber, and then locks in the Cobra Clutch again, which he did early in the match. But Deonna Purrazzo stacks her up and kind of uses the ropes that the referee could barely even see. 1, 2, 3. So, by a little chicanery, Deonna Purrazzo beats Thunder Rosa, so that their series is now at 1. And probably going to be a third match. I don't know when, but we'll see what happens with that. But Deonna Purrazzo gets the win. And match was alright. 2.5 out of 5 stars. And that's pretty much it. Alright, then the second and final match on the buy-in. We had a 6-man tag team match with the Cage of Agony, the Machine, Brian Cage, and the actual Gates of Agony, Toa Leona and Bishop Kwan! I know not Kwan. Teaming up against the Acclaimed, Max Caster, and Anthony Bowens, along with Daddy Ass. And just remember, ladies, you always will have to sesame, mommy ass. We get all that. It was an okay match. Kind of bored the crap out of me, so I didn't really watch most of it, because I was doing other things. But in the end, the Las Vegas Golden Knights mascot runs in and takes away a chair that Brian Cage was about to use on, I believe it was Anthony Bowens, I think, or somebody. So he takes the chair, he's like, no, no, no. And at the stretcher, that Billy Gunn grabbed a small package on Bishop Kwan, and they get the win in under 12 minutes, and that was basically it. I really didn't give 2 fucks about it. So, but still, 2.5 out of 5 stars for the pre-show, and that was it. Also, on the pre-show, we had Martha Hart and Tony Khan come out, and they announced that the 3rd annual Owen Hart Memorial Cup will be beginning soon, but there's a caveat to it. Now, as always, the men's and women's winner, you know, they get like a belt, they get like a trophy, stuff like that. But this year, the winners of the men's and women's bracket will go on to All In Wembley and get world title shots. So whoever wins the women's bracket will get a world title shot, the AEW Women's World Title shot, and whoever wins the men will probably face Swerve or whoever is the champion by August 25th. So that's a big thing. So it's kind of like what the king, Tony Khan, trying to, Triple H thinks he's one up on Tony Khan. Tony Khan's like, oh, we can do that too. Just do your own thing, please, Tony Khan. Just saying. And that's pretty much it. But the Owen Hart Cup is beginning. I don't know if it's beginning this week or it's gonna be beginning soon. And the finals are gonna be in Calgary, I believe, in July. So that's gonna be pretty cool. Nice, great city of Calgary, Alberta, Canada. So we'll see what happens with that and who's gonna be participating in it for the men and the women. And that's pretty much it. I think Hangman Adam Page might win the men's Owen Hart Cup. For the women, who knows? I'd love to see maybe Athena win it, or maybe my girl Billy Starks, Julia, who knows? Not Julia from New Japan. Well, Julia will be debuting probably in July or maybe August, because she just got wrist surgery, so she's healing up now. And she's going to be Roxanne Perez's next opponent, not at Battleground, at Heatwave, which will be, I believe, in August. Because, it's August because it's SummerSlam weekend. So she's got basically 2 months to heal up, and then maybe get a match or two and be as preparation for her title shot against Roxy. She'll win the belt from Roxy and hold it for a year. They're saying Julia might might break Asuka's record of 522 days as champ. I don't know how Asuka might feel about that. That would have been an epic match, Asuka and Julia. Woo! Sign me up. Sign me up for Julia and Asuka, Julia and Kairi, Julia and Io. They know a thing or two about each other. In Stardom and, but we'll see what happens with Julia in a couple months. But that's that. But so it's good that the Owen Hart Cup is going to be beginning, the 3rd annual Cup. We remember the first winners were Adam Cole Bebe and his hot smoking wife, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD Bebe. And then last year was Ricky Starks, and then Will Nightingale. This year, well, we'll see. And that's that. Alright, so after the pre-show, we get the opening video about whether wrestlers will claim their dreams or leave them in the desert, And then we get a casino-type theme, which was nice because it's in Vegas, and we got that. Alright, so I'm just going to run down the matches because I don't want to go through everything in the match. There's a lot of matches, 10 matches on the main show. And that's it. Alright, so we started with match number 1 for the international title. We had Roddy, who came out with I'm Matt Taven. If you don't like Matt Taven, you're a Melvin. And Mr. Michael Kanellis Bennett, the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions. So they come out. Don Callis at ringside on commentary. As the opponent coming out is Will Ocean Spray. Reach for the sky! Whoa! So he comes out. Ocean Spray, Ocean Spray. Goes for the hidden blade right at the bell. And missed. And then Ospreay gets sent to the outside. Roddy takes over on him. Beats him up for most of the match. Kingdom offers some distractions. And referee, I think it was Rick Knox or Bryce, didn't bother to kick him out. Blah, 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 blah. Roddy goes to the end of Heartache. Ocean Spray escaped it. And then Ocean Spray goes to the Styles Clash. That gets counted, but Ocean Spray hits the OsCutter. Bang. Only for the bad knee that Roddy was working on during the match to give out a little bit. And then the referee kind of checks on Roddy. So then Don Callis tells Ocean Spray to hit the Tiger Driver 91. Since Roddy is going to the hospital anyway. That's not nice. So Ocean Spray loads it up, but can't bring himself to do it. Which allows Roddy to hit the Angle Slam. Then the Sick Kick for a very near fall. Then he goes for the end of Heartache again. Ospreay escapes that. Then a running elbow sets up the hidden blade. 1, 2, 3. We have a new AEW Intercontinental Champion in Will Ocean Spray. Don Callis going completely nuts. We won! We won! So in just under 18 minutes, Will Ocean Spray is the new AEW International Champion, and he did say in an interview afterwards that he will defend the belt in Mexico, he'll defend the belt in Puerto Rico, England, Japan, wherever he wants to do it in. So he's going to be a fighting champion, and it's going to be great. So, big ups to Will Ocean Spray for a great match. 3.5 out of 5 stars. And that's pretty much it. And we move on. Alright, then we go to... Afterwards, we see Adam Cole, baby! He returns for a little kitty chat. He says, I shouldn't be here right now. I should be in the back with the rest of the Undisputed Kingdom. Or talking to the Young Bucks. Or maybe staying at home in Florida, rehabbing my ankle. Hanging out with the Chugs Army on Twitch, which he's on right now. So Cole pulls out the devil mask and says, I'll be back to make you give the devil his due. Then the lights go out. Sabu! No, Sabu didn't come out. But the lights go out, and then we see this video from somebody going through like a hallway. I'm like, is this the start of that video for I always feel like somebody's watching me? but like the new version, or maybe Tales from the Crypt. But anyway, we go through this house, which is obviously MJF's house. We go into his room, we see his picture, we see the Dynamite Diamond ring, we see his scarf and his little jacket, and then he takes out a picture of himself and of Adam Cole, baby, which was torn up, and then they kind of try to piece it together, and then the feed cuts, the lights come back on, and then MJF's music hits, the crowd goes completely berserk. So then MJF comes out in a 2002 like Triple H leather jacket. He probably stole that from Triple H. He goes in the ring, Cole's like, bring it in, man, muchachos. So they hug, and then MJF pulls back, kicks Adam Cole, baby, in the dick, and then gives him a brain buster. And the fans are still going completely berserk. MJF calls him a noodle-armed bobblehead son of a bitch. That's not nice, Max. And then we see Adam Cole is carried out by, I think, the security guards. I don't know who. But anyway, MJF says, I trusted you, which is never going to ever happen again. I am the greatest wrestler in the world because I'm better than you, and you know it. But there is a catch. He's like, I don't need a New Japan or a Vince McMahon. He said Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Oh no. Because MJF made MJF. She's like, we're done doing kangaroo kicks and a whole bunch of other BS. Because it's time for me to bring back the hate again. So then he picks up the mask, which he says adorn cowards who want to hide. He's like, I'm done hiding and apologizing for the fact that I am the best. It's not my fault that all of your favorites suck a big bag of donkey dicks. But this mask and everything it symbolizes can go straight to hell. And then he bounces off the ropes, does a little Ric Flair strut. Woo! And then he does the elbow drop on the mask. That was hilarious. And then he says, I'm all in, double or nothing. And he says, as far as the bidding war of 2024, he picks up his leg and says, cameraman, shoot my leg. And then we see a AEW tattoo on his leg, which says, bet on yourself, and then with the AEW logo on it. So it basically says, you could call me the Wolf of AEW, like the Wolf of Wall Street. Great movie, by the way. And he pretty much quotes that movie and he gets in the camera's face and says, I'm not fucking leaving! So, the crowd goes berserk, so AEW has re-signed probably one of the greatest superstars they ever had, except Adam Cole, and MJF is back. He is going to go back for that world title. I would like to see him and Swerve go at it again, and we'll see what happens with that. But I think when Adam Cole, baby, eventually gets medically cleared, which probably won't be for another couple months, because he's still rehabbing, he's getting better every day, but he's not medically cleared yet. I'm surprised he even took the brain buster. But in any case, MJF is back with a vengeance. And I can't wait for what happens next. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so I gave MJF's promo and Adam Cole's segment 4 out of 5 stars. It was just... And that's it. Move on. Alright, then we go to match number 2 for the Trios titles. We had the Bang Bang Gang of the Switchblade. Wait, what's Switchblade? Jay White and the Ass Boys, the Guns, Austin and Colton Gunn. They take on Death Triangle of that bastard Pac, Bray Phoenix and his brother Pentagon Zero Miedo, along with the hype man, Mr. Alex Abrahantes at ringside. Alright, it was a pretty good match, but we get near the end. Pac goes up for the Black Arrow, but then the Ass Boys slide in the Golden Bat. And then Juice Robinson returns from injury, because he's been out for months. Well, getting healed up by Tony Storm in the process, too. But Juice Robinson comes out and crotches Pac on the top rope. knocks him down, and then Jay White just picks up the pieces, hits the Blade Runner. 1, 2, 3. They retain the unified unified trios titles in a little over 12 minutes. So my first loss, I went 9-1. Overall, I really went 10-2. So that's not bad. So that's pretty much it for that. And we move on with that. All right, so the Ass Boys, the Bang Bang Club, Guns Up, retain the trios titles, and we'll see what happens with them as we go into this week. We're on Dynamite and in the future. That's it. Alright, match number 3 for the AEW Women's title. We had Serena Deeb, the Professor, take on the AEW Women's Champion, Timeless Toni Storm. Darling, hug me, bosom. Chin up, tits out, watch for the shoe. Alright, so we have the beautiful Mariah May at ringside and Luther. Alright, so it was a pretty good match. We get the Paradise locked in by Serena Deeb. Serena almost came out with the win here, but you know, it is what it is. Nigel McGuinness is, you know, having orgasms on commentary. It was just annoying and sick. Eventually, Serena Deeb pulls Toni into a hair crab, back to that hurt knee. And then Mariah May gets the towel. She's about to throw the towel in, but Luther cuts her off. And then Toni sees him, which really did not go well. Oh, you're gonna get fired now. So, back in the ring, Toni hits a really quick Storm Zero for a near fall. They go to the apron. Toni tries again for Storm Zero on the apron, but can't hit it. And then a third Dragon Screw leg whip by Serena Deeb has Toni in trouble. And then Serena locks in the Deep Tox on the apron. Ow! Followed by another one in the ring for a near fall. But then eventually Toni catches her on top, hits a super Storm Zero, almost like a super pile driver. That was crazy. And then picks her up, follows it up with the regular version of Storm Zero. 1, 2, 3, Toni Storm still timeless, darling. In over 15.5 minutes, she retains the belt. And that's pretty much it. Match was great. 3.5 out of 5 stars for that. And we will move on with that. And then afterwards, at the scrum, she basically read something from her book and then left. I think she did mention Wendy Richter at the end of that, but it is what it is. Look at that. Alright, match number 4, freshly squeezed orange juice. Orange Cassidy taking on Trent Beretta. Don Callis once again at ringside, but on commentary, not with Mr. Cassidy. It was a pretty good match. Orange Cassidy once again... Orange Cassidy once again beats Trent as Trent tries for a choke, but gets reversed into a fruit roll-up for the pin in just under 14 minutes. So that was that. Match was okay. 3.25 out of 5 stars. And then afterwards, Trent just leaves in a huff. Renee Paquette trying to talk to him. And then Rocky Romero comes out as well to check on Trent. Trent's like, I'm done. I'm not doing this right now. I'm out of here. So a lot of people on Twitter are like, did Trent just like quit? He's gone from AEW? What's going on here? Or he's just like, I don't want to do the interview. I'm out of here. I'm going home. You know, losing to Orange Cassidy twice in a row, maybe we'll do that to you, but it is what it is, and that's pretty much it. We move on with that. Alright, I believe this is match number 5 for the FTW title, the For the World title. Reading Rainbow himself, Chris Jericho, came up with Big Cass. He takes on Cassioli, Speak and Spell Shibata, and a Send for the Man, Hook. Get in here. Hook, ladies and gentlemen. He's here. So a triple threat match for the FTW title. This match was crazy. Jericho brings out Las Vegas Dice 2.5 minutes into the match, gets slammed on them, and then commentary is making some craps references like, well, it's Las Vegas. I didn't think they were needed. I thought it was just stupid humor. But in any case, that was that. We're getting to the end. Get a figure four. Shibata leaves a figure four leg lock on Jericho. Hook comes in, tries for the Kata Hajime, and then somebody in a hoodie with a trash can knocks the crap out of Hook, then knocks the crap out of Shibata, leaves him laying. Jericho's like, what the hell? What's this? And then the guy takes off the hood. It's the bounty hunter, Brian Keith, who then proceeds to get beat down by Hook. And then Hook gets hit with the Judas effect, pins Shibata in the trash can, meaning the shoulders were not on the mat, so it shouldn't really have counted. But Jericho pins both of them, 1, 2, 3, to retain the FTW title in under 13 minutes. Even though really he pinned Hook, but it is what it is. It was just a mess at the end. So I gave the match 3 out of 5 stars. So Jericho, still your FTW World Champion, which did not sit well with Taz. And that's pretty much it. So 3 out of 5 stars for that. Alright, then we go to our next match. A IWGP World Heavyweight Title Elimination match. We had Kensuke Takeshita taking on the IWGP Heavyweight Champion, Jon Moxley, the righty, file thing. Don Callis once again at ringside on commentary. And Moxley comes in with his bad shoulder after getting Pillmanized on Collision. Takeshita worked on that basically an entire match. But eventually, we get a kneeling pile driver. Takeshita loads up a running knee, but gets caught with a paradigm shift. And then he slug it out until Takeshita drops Moxley with one hell of a forearm. But instead of covering, Takeshita hits the running knee for a near fall. And Moxley kicks out. Takeshita's getting pissed. Moxley gets right back up with a choke. Tries for the Death Rider, but couldn't get it because the arm gets set into the ring post. Ow! And then another big running forearm sets up Takeshita's own version of the Death Rider for a near fall. And then Don Callis is screaming, finish him off! Grabs some chairs, but Moxley stomps him into the chair, then picks up basically a unconscious or loopy Takeshita, hits the Death Rider, 1, 2, 3, to, well, he didn't have to retain, but he made Takeshita not be able to get a title shot. So, match was okay. 3.25 out of 5 stars. Moxley, still the IWGP Heavyweight Champion for now, until we see he faces Shota Umino at Dontaku / the Super J Cup. And we'll see what happens with that match. It should be pretty damn good. And that's pretty much it. Alright, then we go to, I believe, one of the matches of the night. Barbed wire steel cage match for the TNT title. We had Malachi Black, Tommy End, taking on the TNT champion. Hey kids, it's Brood Edge. Edge comes out, the fire, comes out like the Brood entrance with South of Heaven by Slayer. That was always epic. So he comes out. It's just great. They get in the cage. So he hits the end and the spear both miss. Copeland sends Malachi over the ropes for a boot against the cage. And then he grabs some barbed wire and just like rips back at Malachi's face, busting him wide open. Goes for the spear, gets cut off by a knee. Malachi grabs a barbed wire baseball bat. And then commentary argues about take me out to the ball game. Well, because the Oakland A's are going to be moving to LA, so they're going to be called the Las Vegas A's, or some other name. Who knows? That's that. And So that goes into Edge's head, busts him wide open. And then we get a sunset flip bomb through the table, giving Malachi a near fall. Goes to the end, gets cut off with a standing spear. Not really a great one either. Edge gets a near fall. Then a pile driver knocks Malachi silly. And then Edge puts him on a table where he wraps him in barbed wire. Crazy. He goes to the tippy top of the cage where the barbed wire is all surrounded by him. I'm like, what are you doing? Edge, 50-some-odd-year-old Edge. And I'm like, he's not going to jump from there, is he? He's not going to jump. He jumps, breaks his tibia, so he's out for months now. So, you know what that means? He wins he's out. I'll get to that in a minute. But anyway, he puts Malachi through the table. Freaking crazy as shit. And then Malachi kicks him through the door and goes outside, but he can't win by escape. You have to win by pinfall or submission. Copeland hits a spear on the outside, and then Buddy Murphy and Brody King come out to stand next to Edge. So they're about to turn, but then they return and side with Malachi minutes later. And then they bring him back inside the cage. Malachi whips out Edge's wedding ring, puts it around his neck, as the house wraps Copeland in barbed wire. Crazy. Where was I? I lost my spot. Oh yeah, okay. So they wrap him in barbed wire, and then the lights go red and black again. I thought it was going to be another bloodbath. But then we see Gangrel, the mighty Gangrel, pop up through the mat, basically from hell. And he spits the blood in Brody King's face. And then he cleans house on Buddy Murphy, giving him the impaler, then giving Brody King an impaler. And then Edge somehow gets out of the barbed wire, ties, and then locks Malachi up with the barbed wire, with the grindhouse, and basically Malachi passed out. And that was it. Referee Stefan says, that's it! So Edge retains the TNT title in a bloody as fuck match. I gave 3.5 out of 5 stars. But sadly, and this is a spoiler, ladies and gentlemen, Edge is going to be needing surgery on his broken tibia. That's his muscle and bone in his leg. He broke that, among other things. Just jumping off the top of the barbed wire cage through a table. He had to sacrifice himself, so he is not going to. He's not going to be able to defend the TNT title. I would assume. So tomorrow night on the program, we're probably going to have Tony Khan come out, or Tony Schiavone and Excalibur will make the announcement that Edge has to forfeit the TNT title. So then, guess what? A Tony Khan tournament special is going to happen for the new TNT champion. So I wouldn't be surprised if the House of Black is in it. Like Buddy Murphy or Buddy King's in it. Maybe Wardlow is in it. Joe might be in it. Who knows? But I think we're going to get another one of those famous tournaments. Somebody's going to become the new TNT champion until Edge comes back, which probably won't be for a couple months at this point. And we'll see what happens with that. But, yeah, so Edge gets the win, but still, great match, 3.5 out of 5 stars. And now he is no longer the TNT champion due to injury. And that's that. Alright, then we go to the back where we see Don Callis talking about how great a night it's been for the Don Callis family. Not that great if Takeshita lost. And Ocean Spray winning the Intercontinental title. Okay, that's great. He says he has a contract on Dynamite for someone. We don't know who it is, but we're pretty much thinking it might be for Orange Cassidy. So we'll see what happens with that as we get to tomorrow night. And that's it. Alright. Then we get to Mercedes Moné and Widow Nightingale for the TBS Championship. Pretty good match. Very good match. I'm not going to get to all of it. We get a Super Babe with a powerbomb. Gets broken up. Mercedes ties Willow's ankle in the corner for some cranking. Ouch. Then a jumping Meteor gets a near fall. Mercedes grabs a leg lock to keep Willow in trouble. And then Mercedes grabs a dragging screw leg whip, and Willow landed right on her. That had to hurt. That had to hurt. And then puts in the ankle lock. I guess broken up. So Mercedes hits a backstabber for a near fall. Then the octopus goes on, but Willow reverses that into an ankle lock of her own. Mercedes slips out of that as well. And then Willow hits the bounce out of nowhere. Like she went flying. Mercedes went flying. Almost out in the ring. To get back up, Willow unloads with clotheslines in the corner. And then sets up a hard spine buster for a near fall. Goes for the babe for the powerbomb again. So Willow lifts her up for another powerbomb. Willow puts her on top but can't get a superplex. But instead sells for a shin breaker on the apron. Ow. And then a swinging prism trap. We don't know who uses that. Has Mercedes in more trouble. But she avoids the cannonball. Hits a middle rope meteor for a near fall. Willow rolls to the outside, and then we get another meteor off the apron to knock Willow City. And then Chris Statlander and Stokely Hathaway get on the apron, start yelling at the referee. The referee's like, "You're out! Get out of here!" Willow then hits the Babe with a powerbomb, but they still argue, and then they get kicked out eventually. We got a delayed cover for a near fall. Mercedes reverses another Babe with a powerbomb, like the fourth one, into a kind of weird-looking bank statement, STF. That gets broken up, so Mercedes goes up, kicks Willow down, hits the Monet Maker, goes stretch spun into a knee to face. Didn't really hit all of it, but she got enough to knock out Willow. 1, 2, 3. We have a new TBS champion in Mercedes Moné, basically in her first official match in AEW. She gets the win, becomes the TBS champion, gets her revenge from Battle in the Valley last year. And that's an 18-minute match. Pretty good. Could have been a lot better, but still, I gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars. And that's it. And move on. And then after the match, Stokely starts yelling at Willow. And then Chris Statlander shoves him down in the ring. And then goes to leave with Willow. But as they're going up the ramp, I called it from the beginning. Statlander turns on Willow, does the heinous act, and then leaves with Stokely Hathaway. So there goes your new feud. Willow versus Statlander feud begins. And Mercedes probably be going into a showdown with Paige 8 years later. I can't wait for that. Mercedes Moné or Sasha Banks versus Paige. Paige looking for revenge after Sasha snapped her neck at a house show in New York 2016, which basically ended Paige's career at the time. And even though she was the manager for Asuka and Kairi for a little while, but that didn't end up great for her, did it? And that's pretty much it. Let me move on. Okay, we got that. Alright, so congrats to Mercedes Moné becoming the TBS champion. Let's see where she goes this Wednesday. And that's that. Alright, match number 9 on the program. For the AEW World title, we have Swerve coming out like the Warriors. Warriors! Come out and play! That was great. That Nana comes out with the bottles. The whole Warriors theme almost in the beginning. Because he's from Brooklyn. Not where I live, but he's from a different part of Brooklyn from where I'm from. So, 2 Brooklyn boys. They could have called me there, Nana. You know, I could have flew to Vegas. Could have dressed up with, like, the Warriors and stuff. Can you dig it? I could have done something like that. It's like, are you ready for Swerve? Can you dig it, my friends? Can you dig it? Can you dig it? And then it goes into Swerve's theme. And then me and Nana doing the Swerve dance. That would have been epic. But anyway. Alright, so he takes on Christian, who comes out with Nick Wayne, and Nick Wayne's mom has got it going on, and Luchasaurus as well. Pretty good match. Christian takes off the little thing on Swerve's head, you know, causing the cut and everything. Shayna Wayne, also distraction, kill switch, headbutts Christian by accident. Oops. And then Nick gets taken out. And then goes for the swerve stomp on Christian. It misses. And then Christian hits the spear for a near fall. Nick tries another distraction, but this time Killswitch gets caught before the interference. He is out, and everybody else is out. And then commentary talks about Engelbert Humperdinck! Humperdinck! I'm like, wait a minute, where did we go from this to the Princess Bride? Humperdinck! I'm not listening! Humperdinck, Humperdinck, I'm not listening! I don't know where they get that, but okay, whatever. Anyway. Swerve hits a downward spiral for a near fall for the rolling suplex on the floor. Then the steps are loaded up, but they roll to the apron instead. And then Christian rakes the eyes, tries for a power bomb. And then that gets reversed into a swerve stomp on the apron, but Christian knocks him off the apron, and Swerve landed hard on the steps. It looked nasty. But anyway, Nick Wayne comes back, hits Wayne's World, party time, excellent, off the steps. Killswitch can give Christian near fall in the ring, and then Prince Nana comes in with a pipe to chase Nick Wayne off. So then Christian loads up the announcer's table, goes for the Killswitch and gets counted into a swerve stomp onto the table, which did not break, and a nasty noise crash. I mean, what is that? Was that really a Japanese table? I don't know. But I am the table. In any case, go back in. Swerve hits the JML driver. Goes for it. Gets counted into a roller for a near fall. Christian snaps the back of Swerve's neck out over the top rope. Goes for the spear. Gets countered. Swerve hits a running house call into the Swerve stomp. And he's like, no, I'm not done yet. Then he hits another house call. 1, 2, 3 to retain the belt in under 25 minutes. Match was pretty good. 3.25 out of 5 stars for that. Swerve retains the belt. And Christian fails. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so 3.25 out of 5 stars for that. And we move on. Alright, then it's time for the main event. Anarchy in the Arena. And this was crazy as shit. Probably one of the most violent matches of the year. So we got the Corporate Bucks. Matthew and Nicholas Jackson. Jack Perry, that schmuck. And the AEW Continental Breakfast Champion, Okada, taking on Bryan Danielson. Yes! FTR dash the Daxley Axe Howard and Cash, I got a Glock, Wheeler, and their partner, hi guys, it's me, Darby, how you doing? Oh, I come from Seattle. Alright, so it's a Falls Count Anywhere match, and the brawl's on. This match started at midnight, like 12:02 a.m., and then lasted until about 12:30. So basically a 5.5 hour fucking pay-per-view. Crazy. Darby has a mask with thumbtacks on it, and then his music continues to play. The Bucks are like, turn it off, play our music. And then Danielson says, hey, turn that shit off, play the real music, and then Final Countdown's playing for like 15 minutes, and I'm going completely berserk. The fans are singing the song. They're going in the crowd, and then eventually Matt's like, alright, shut it off, we're losing money! We have a budget here! It's cost me $200,000 to play that! It's like, we got a budget around here, and Tony Schiavone's like, when did that start? That was hilarious. So, we're cutting in between the back and the ringside area. Okada at ringside pulls out a sign that says Rainmaker Drive. And then diving on to Bryan Danielson. Darby throws Jack Perry in a bucket of cold water in the back. And then Jack Perry chokes him with a pipe. In the ring, the Corporate Bucks hit the Shadow Machine on FTR for a near fall. Now we go to the back. Jack Perry is in a scapegoat bus. Runs over a whole bunch of stuff, which may had Darby in it. Because remember, Darby got hit by a bus in New York. Broke his nose. And then he gets out of the crash. and he's going to the back. We've seen Matt getting hit with a spiked power driver, ow, on the apron. Then the Power and Glory Powerplex gets in there for as Okada made the save. And then eventually the Bucks hit the TK driver onto the big poker chips. FTR come up, Cash Wheeler gets dropped onto the chip, but Dax Harwood's DDT's Matt onto another chip. Then a bunch of super kicks knock people off the ramp. Nick pops up after a power driver on the stage. Ow! Then the table's pulled out, and of course the fans want fire. You sick fucks. Okada elbows Dax through one of the tables. Nick adds a swanton to put Cash Wheeler through another one. Then we cut to Jack Perry in the back. He grabs Tony Khan, brings him all the way into the arena, where we see Darby from the other tunnel with his his flamethrower, all ready to light somebody on fire. So he waits and waits and waits. Jack Perry comes out, throws Tony Khan to the ground, and Tony Khan rolls all the way down the ramp. And then Darby lights him on fire. Ah! That was crazy. Which didn't end the match. And then the Bucks, they're secretly behind the tunnels with the fire extinguishers. And then everybody on commentary is like, "This is the craziest thing I ever seen." I guess you haven't seen the Human Torch match there, Shivani. You were there for that. With Vampiro and Sting, that horrible match that was. Anyway. So then we get the coffin drop by Darby for a near fall. The Bucks make the save. Basically with nothing else working, the Bucks beat up Darby, tie his legs, and then they pull him up like a human piñata. FTR comes back in with a shatter machine, and Tony Schiavone's like, "End this fucking shit already!" They get a near fall to that. Nick whips out an exploding chair to Dax right in the head. Ow! Then a super kick to Cash Wheeler, because he didn't have the Glock. And then Okada brings in the new Bucks shoes with tacks on the bottom. And Okada's like, "Try these!" And Darby's still raised up, hanging down by his feet. Bucks put the shoes on and double super kick him in the face with that broken nose. Ugh, that was nasty. Danielson comes in, gets taken out as well. Goes for another super kick, but Nick accidentally hits Matt by mistake. Danielson hits the Busaiko knee, then takes off one of the shoes, knocks out the Bucks, and a bunch of kicks, and it's crazy. I mean, continues to go, lots of saves. Tony Schiavone still screaming, "When will this fucking thing end?" And then eventually it does end, Tony. As the Bucks are back up, they hit the EVP trigger on Danielson, and then the fans are like, "Please help Darby," because he's still hanging upside down, and his blood's going through his head. And then Jack Perry hits a running knee to Bryan Danielson, goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3, Team Elite finally get the win after this freaking epic match. 4.5 out of 5 stars. As he shrugs off being lit on fire, probably having maybe first, second, third degree burns. Who knows? And that's it. So yeah, the Elite get the win over Team AEW. I think this is far from over. We're gonna see this again at Blood and Guts, probably in June or July. Probably in July. And we'll see what happens with that. But the match was great. 4.5 out of 5 stars. Nothing really at the end. I was thinking maybe Tony Khan would come out, do something, but I guess not. So we'll have to see what happens on Dynamite this week from the Kia Forum in Los Angeles, California, with another Bucks country. So we got that. Should be good. Collision will be taped Thursday night, and then we'll see it at midnight on Saturday. Rampage at 6 because of the NHL playoffs. The NBA playoffs are probably going to end tonight because the Celtics won last night, swept the Pacers. Tonight, Dallas could sweep the Timberwolves out. So Rampage and Collision may change. We'll see with the times. Probably find out later tonight or tomorrow with that. If they stay the same, or we get the times will change. Maybe Collision will be back at 8 o'clock, but it'll be taped. And Rampage will probably go back to being 10 o'clock. But we have to see on that, because they might put the Edmonton Oilers Dallas game on, or the Rangers game, who knows. Even though the Rangers don't play Friday night. They're playing tonight, Game 4. I can't wait for that. After an epic fucking Game 3 overtime win by Mr. Wenberg. Tonight, Game 4, Rangers win tonight. I'm thinking it's pretty much over, but don't never say never. But it's going to be a tough game. But hopefully the Rangers can get the win. Bring it back to the Garden on Thursday, where I will be there. Bring it back 3-1 and possibly win Game 5 and go to the Stanley Cup at home. Well, we'll win at home. Well, the first 2 games will be in either Edmonton or Dallas. I think Dallas won last night. So they're up 2-1. So probably by this weekend, or by at least by Monday or Tuesday of next week, the NHL playoffs will be done. We got the Stanley Cup Finals next week. So that should be fun. So probably, I don't know about, Rampage and Collision being preempted, because I think the Stanley Cup Finals will be on ABC, or, no, not ABC, maybe NBC. We'll have to see what happens with that. But stay tuned for that. Alright, I gotta get out of here, guys. I have to go to my doctor appointment in an hour. So, I will be back later tonight, once again, right here on the channel for your NXT review and maybe an epic Rangers win. But we'll see what happens with that. Alright, guys, thanks for watching. Officially, Double or Nothing gets probably one of my highest ratings ever for a pay-per-view, besides Wrestle Kingdom. 9.25 out of 10 stars. It was just an amazing pay-per-view. A little technicalities here and there, but still an amazing pay-per-view. Probably number 2 on my list of the top 3 pay-per-views of the year so far. Wrestle Kingdom number 1, Double or Nothing number 2, and Dynasty, or Dynasty, for you Australian people, it would be my number 3. WrestleMania Night 2 would be close 3, 4. So you got that. We got a long way to go. We got 6 more months to go for epic pay-per-views, and we'll see what happens with that. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. 9.25 out of 10 stars for Double or Nothing. Leave me your thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section. And that's it. I gotta go. Thanks for watching. Once again, I will shut up now. And if you're not down with that, well, that's just too goddamn bad, because you have to rock out with your cookout, alright? But if you're not even down with that, and everything I said for 53 minutes, well, I got 3 words for you, motherfuckers, because I'm better than you, and you know it. And you all can get these 3 words in your mouth. Fuck you, man. That's it. Go fuck yourselves. That's it. See you tonight, everybody, for NXT. And until then, peace.